Hello, it's Ukulele Saz, welcome back to another video. This week it is Just Like Heaven by The Cure. A song that I never expected that I was going to do, but I was listening to it one Sunday and thought, damn, this is actually a really good song to teach, there's lots we can do. This song's in the key of A major, which I've experimented with in my tutorials before. I've shown you some other videos that you can also check out in which we find easier ways to play the E chord. And we're going to continue with that today, and in fact we're going to build on that today as well. If you enjoy this video, give it a little like, subscribe to my channel, you can check out my social media pages to follow my life as a full-time ukulele teacher in Glasgow. And if you'd like to get all of the lesson materials as well as all of my other lessons and materials, you can check out the tab shack on my BuyMeACoffee page, so you can check that out too. What we're going to do this week is I'm going to show you 3 different ways to play the chord progressions of the song. There are only 2 chord progressions, you'll be pleased to know, and they are fairly repetitive. So lots of practice, lots of space to experiment as well. The chords that we are going to need for this song are A, we're going to need B minor 7, we're going to need D, we're going to need E sus 4, we're also going to need F sharp minor, and G. Now the main chord progression of this song is A, then E, then B minor, and then D. So that's your first step. A, E, B minor, and then D. Again, you can use the E chord, but this is just giving you a nice variation. We're using that sus 4, which creates a little bit of tension, which I think adds to this song because it is very dreamlike, this song. But we don't want to stop there. I want to make things just a little bit more exciting and allow you to experiment a little bit more with different shapes and ways to try things. Now, because this song is in the key of A major, we've got this A string at the bottom here. We're actually going to leave this open for our chords, so we've constantly got that A note ringing out, which again adds to the nice dreaminess of it. So what we're going to do this time is, instead of playing the chords down here, we're going to start exploring further up the fretboard. We're still going to stick with A and E sus 4, but then what we're going to do is we're going to play a B minor 7, so fret 5 and 6, fret 6 and 7, and it's like an F sharp minor shape. And with that A at the bottom, it becomes the B minor 7. And then we're going to do D, which is just like an E minor, but we're on the G, C and E strings. Again, always with that open A. So altogether you've got A, E, B minor 7 and D. Doesn't that sound lovely? A little bit more twinkly and very, very dreamlike. And then if you really want to experiment further and you're quite comfortable with bar chords, which I haven't done too much of yet, then let's experiment with the bar chords. So for the A, you can play the F up in the 4th fret, and then our E down at the 2nd and 4th fret, and then we remain on this 2nd fret, 1 finger for B minor, or nothing for B minor 7, and then add your pinky to the 5th fret for D. So you've got A, 4th fret, 2nd fret, B minor, and then D. Just on repeat. Or you can do the 8 spacey ones. And then the normal ones. The rhythm for this, I'm going to leave open to interpretation, so you are changing slightly early. I was doing just a down-up strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can have a bit of fun messing around with the strumming, strum by feel, listen to the song, do what feels right. The most important thing with this one is just having fun experimenting with these chords. The other part of the song is the chorus, in which we play F sharp minor and G. G typically doesn't belong to the key of A major, but it just works nicely in this song. So we've got F sharp minor, and then G. So you've got you, soft and only, you, lost and lonely. Then you could play it up here. So you've got your F sharp minor, which is on fret 5 and 6. So point the finger on the E string, and then your other two fingers on G and C for your F sharp minor. And then on 5 and 7 on the bottom strings, so A, E and C, F is your G chord. So you've got you, lost and lonely, you, da-na-na-na. And then when you change to the D, you're just here, which is really cool. What you can also do is if you want to make those bar chords, you've technically done half of the work here. So you stay in that shape and you just add your finger to the bottom. And then just like the E shape here, we're on frets 5 and 7 for G. So we've actually already done half the work because we're just turning that into a full bar. As always, I do encourage you to try it. I do encourage you to experiment with chords. What I tend to do for this one is stick with either open chords or the Dreamy chords or the bar chords. Personally, that's just my choice. It's just what I enjoy doing, but you can mix and match as you see fit. But I hope it just shows you that there are many different ways that you can actually play this song, and many different ways you can play any song in a way that suits you. If you don't like barring, you can still have fun up the fretboard with the twinkly chords. If you do want to experiment, then you can have a bit of fun with the bar chords as well. Okay, so now that we've looked at the chords, let's have a little look at the riff. Now, the riff takes place at the beginning of the song, after the first verse, and it takes place again in the piano solo. Now, the piano solo does change slightly because it's the piano solo. However, we're just going to keep on doing our solo because it fits nicely in there as well. Now, what I really like about this riff is the fact that you can really practice a finger a fret. Something else to note is that I'm using a low G. Now, it can still work with the high G, but it will just sound like it goes higher instead of going lower. So it's still technically the same notes, it just might not sound the same way the song sounds, but it is still the same notes. The other thing about the picking part is getting the correct rhythm. A lot of it follows the same pattern. 1 and 2 and 4, da 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 da. And that's most of it. 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 4. And then your little middle bit, 1, 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. That might sound really tricky and complicated. You can check it out on my lesson materials if you've got access to that too. In fact, let's have a little look at it here so that you can see the different rhythms. Try and tie that into what you're listening to. Listen to the actual rhythm and the flow of it. That's what most people naturally do and try and replicate, which is really cool that we're able to do that. But when you can then match up the counting and how that breaks down into a count of 4, then you can tie in nicely with others if you're playing with others as well, and really start to understand the timing of the rhythm. So picking each part, again breaking it into chunks. So your first little bit is so 4 4 4 2 2 0 C sharp. So that's C sharp, B and A. And then you do the exact same thing on the next line with your G sharp and your F sharp. So 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 4. And then you've got the 1, 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. So da 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 da. So I normally split that into 2 sections. Your first one, ba 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 ba. That's section 1, and then it changes, and you've got a nice little bit. So rather than gradually the notes going down, the notes are gradually moving up, and it sounds like this. So you're going the exact same rhythm, da, 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 da. But this time we're kind of going backwards. So you go 1 1 1 2 2 4 2 2 2 4 4 4 5 2 2 2 4 4 5 7 7 7 5 5 5 5. So next line, next line, and then da 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 da, and that leads you straight back into the next bit. And again, it's sticking with that finger a fret, a little bit section by section. So let's put that all together. 1 2 3 and. And then back up. What I really like about this, especially on the low G, is it's really getting you to play with every note of the A major scale. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E. So we're playing with a whole set of notes and we use them all as well. So actually this is a really cool song to experiment and play around in the key of A major and feel where the notes are. So I'm going to do a little play along. We're going to start with the intro, verse, chorus, and then we'll stop there. As I said, this one's super fun to play around with. So yeah, see if you can follow along. 1 2 1 2 3 and. Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. Do her arms around my neck. Show me how you do it. And I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. Riff. we go. I do think this little A is out of tune. This string has been driving me crazy. It snapped last night and I've been trying to tune it and restring it and it keeps popping and it's just been one of those days. So there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed playing along. Take your time, have fun with the chords, experiment with the riff, have fun putting it all together, coming up with your own arrangement. And as I said, if you really like this video, give it a little like, leave me a comment, Come and join me on Buy Me a Coffee, where you'll get lots of different lessons on this as well. I'll give you challenges every week with each song, and you'll get all of the nitty-gritty details just to help you understand music that little bit more and encourage you to keep being curious. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you the next time.